the window has a different methods like alert, confirm, prompt, open, close, set timeout. So these methods we discussed in yesterday class. So today's class we discuss the JavaScript history object, JavaScript navigator object, JavaScript screen objects, and after that we discuss the DOM, which is document object models, and the method of document object model. First we discuss about what JavaScript history object. So have you any idea what is a history object? Anyone have any idea? Okay. So basically the history object is used for visited URLs, previous page, we are visited the previous page, next page, so all the history which is uh, which is stored in history object. So the history object not a specific methods, but the basically the history object is used for the previous page, next page, and the visit for URL basically. So next is have you any doubt in history object? Hello, any doubt? History object. Okay, others have any doubt? Okay. So next is navigator object. So basically, the navigator object is used for the browser detection. So basically, it's used for the browser information, what type of browser, what type of application we are use, and all these details are stored in navigator object. So it's similarly the history object, the navigator object, not any type of methods. So have you any doubt in navigator object? Hello, any doubt? Okay, so next is JavaScript screen object. So basically, the JavaScript screen object is used for the information of browser screen like width, height, color, and the depth. So the basic the properties of a JavaScript objects are width, height, available height, color depth, depth. So I explain you with example. So basically, it show the screen width, screen height, screen available width, screen available height, screen color depth, and screen pixel depth. So basically, in this code, we are write document dot write line screen dot width uh, plus screen dot width, then height, then available width, available height, color depth, and pixel depth according to the system. According to system available system, so it show the output like the my screen width is basically 1280. So it is give me output 1280. So it depend on the system to system. So have you any doubt in screen object? Hello, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Others, any doubt? Okay. So next is document object model. So first, we discussed the browser object model, and now we discuss the document object model. So have you any idea what is document object model? Hello, anyone have any idea what is document object model?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So basically, the document object model is used for represent the HTML documents. So in this document object model, we have different like buttons, drop downs, and so navigation bar that all in as a part of document object model. So different type of methods are in document object model. First one is write. Second one is write line. Third is get element by ID. Fourth, get element by name. Fifth is get element by tag name. So the write and write line we are discuss our previous examples for the print for the write that is string, and when we save that the output shows on the screen. So the write basically the write is used for string and write line is used for a new line character. So we are discussed the get element by ID. So have you any idea what is get element by ID? Anyone have any idea? Okay. So basically the get element by ID return the element ID and its value. So I explain you with example. So basically, when I enter the number, so it's give the cube of that number. So basically, the get element by ID. First of all, we are create the get cube function. Then we are write variable number is equals to document dot get element by ID. Then we pass the number. Then we write alert because we find the cube of particular number. So that is why we write number into number into number, and then we close the script and start the form, and we are like enter a number, then we are create input box which is input type is equals to text id basic, because the get element by id we are pass the number, so that is why we are write id is equals to number. Then we write the name which is a number, then write br, then input type is equals to button, value is equals to cube because we find the cube of particular number, any number. Then we on click, so we are like get cube, so it's we are called this function, so the then it's give the cube of any number. So this is the output of the get element by id. So have you any doubt in get element by id? uh, Anyone have any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Other, others have you any doubt in get element by id? Okay. So next is document dot get element by name. So have you any idea what is get element by name? Okay. So basically, the document dot get element by name return the element specified name. So I explain you with example. Hello. Basically, this is in this code. We are create the Xender. So basically, we are variable all Xender is equals to document dot get element by name Xender, because all Xender means male and female. So it's give Xender. So we are write total Xender dot plus all Xender plus dot length. So then we are create the form, which is basically uh, male input type is equals to radio, name is equals to Zendo, value is equals to male, female input type radio, name Zendo, value female, and then we input type button on click, so it's give the total elements, and the value is total Zendo. So uh, it's give the gender like two gender, basically male and female, so it's give the like two gender, uh, like male and female, and this is the radio button for the male and this radio button is for female. So in this code we are write get element by name, so we are write the gender, so it's give the return the name of particular element which is gender, so it return the name of element. So this is get element by name. So have you any doubt in get element by name? Hello, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
The others have any doubt? Okay. So third one is document get element by tag name. So basically, it's returns a specified tag name. Uh, so I explain you with example. So in this code we create the function count paragraph. So I don't know why it's not working, but it's written the count the paragraph. So basically this is the one paragraph and this is the two paragraphs, so it's written the output as a two. So basically in this code we are create function count para, and then we are write variable total paragraph is equals to document dot get element by tag name. So tag name basically a paragraph, so we are write p, then we write alert total p tags are then we are write total para plus length. Then we close the script tag and write paragraph 1, and this is example 2, and then create the button on click count para. So basically this function, when we call this function, so it's written the total number of paragraphs. So in this case the paragraph is 2, so it's written 2, and the count, then we write count, when we write 2, then it's written the output as 2. So have you any doubt in count get element by tag name?
Ma'am,
Yes, yes sir.
try once get elements. I think there as get elements by tag name. You have written only get element.
So it's written 2 because it's a 2, paragraph 1, and this is paragraph 2, that is what's written the 2. So have you any doubt in this get element by tag name?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Shruti ma'am, Shruti ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am you can take the attendance because at 3 p.m. is my exam, so that is why you can take the attendance.
Okay, okay.
Yes ma'am.